What's up, Zomer? How are you, man?
Good. How are you, Zach?
I'm good, buddy.
So where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Kelowna.
Ooh, Kelowna. It's very nice there this time of
Yeah,
year. Is it hot?
it's actually not that hot. It's really nice, and there is not one unattractive person in the city.
This is the thing because a lot of the women that are from Lloydminster moved to Kelowna for whatever reason, and then all the married women are here. So all the single women moved to Kelowna. I have no idea why.
It's crazy, man. It was like the last thing I was expecting. You know what I mean? Like I was like a Kelowna, you know, and I was like walking around, and I was like, I haven't seen one unattractive person, not one.
I don't know what's the equivalent in the U.S. to a Kelowna.
Down like where I live, like Tennessee, in the South. Florida's kind of the same way, like in Orlando, Florida. There's a little bitty place. There's a little bitty place called Oxford, Mississippi. It's like 40 minutes from my house, and it's where Ole Miss College is. And it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. It's almost like a joke.
Speaking of attractive people, you're touring with Kiss. Tell me how that's been.
It's been good. This is the third show today. They've all been incredibly sweet to us, and yeah, you know, it's going good. And then speaking of attractive people, Gene's wife and lovely daughter were out at the last show. So it was Sophie's 21st birthday, so she was out at the show, and then his wife, of course, Shannon Tweed. But yeah, it's been great.
Oh, we all know who Shannon Tweed is.
And
Absolutely.
of course we do. I had a couple meetings with her in my teen years, digitally.
Oh, digitally? I mean on the VHS.
Yeah, on the VHS.
Well, she's Canadian. I mean, she's one of the greatest Canadians of all time, Shannon Tweed. I don't know if you knew that.
There's a lot of Canadians. We were talking about this last night. How many people that you realize aren't Canadian? Pam Anderson's Canadian.
Mm-hmm. Who else? Who else kind of blew you away that they're Canadian?
I'm friends with Chris Jericho. He's Canadian.
Y2J.
Yeah, Y2J.
Oh, I was going to say you guys should tour with Fozzy.
We actually did last year on the Uproar tour.
Oh, that's cool. Right on.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you too, because you know Gene Simmons, he's all about marketing. Has he shown you guys any ways of branding yourselves, making some extra money?
He's shown us that Kiss is more than what we knew as far as merch goes. These guys, I mean, the numbers they do out here in merch would blow your mind.
Mm-hmm, I can imagine.
It's crazy because you're walking out to an arena with 15,000 people. If they don't have a Kiss shirt on, that's only because they are dressed in like the full Kiss garb.
Or they're naked for whatever reason. And even then they paint Kiss across their chest. That's what I did like 15 years ago. So, okay, so there's not going to...
That's what I'm going to do tonight, actually.
Yeah, you should do that. That'd be cool. So there won't be any Shinedown coffins or Shinedown garden gnomes or pinball machines in the future?
I would enjoy to see a Shinedown pinball machine, but I'm not going to go as far to say as that there will be one. But I would enjoy seeing one.
Kiss is a pretty big name in rock and roll to tour with. Is there any other bands out there you guys would just like, if the offer came tomorrow, you guys would just say yes no matter what the number was or whatever the tour was? Is there any bands you guys really want to go out and tour with?
I think if I could name three, I would say U2, Foo Fighters, and maybe Prince.
That's a pretty solid lineup. Maybe you can get all four of you guys together, all four bands.
That would be the greatest rock and roll festival of all time.
There you go. New album already recorded, which is a kind of a shock for a lot of people, considering you guys are one of those bands that when you release an album, it's always fresh because you guys have so many singles off the album. So what's the plan for the new record? When's it going to be out, and any names or anything like that for it?
No, and that's honestly probably not going to be the record. I think we're going to do something with that, but I don't think that's going to be the record as you're going to know it in a couple of years or whatever when it comes out. So, yeah, I think it will see the light of day, but it won't be the next record per se. You know what I mean? We'll do something with it, like an EP or something like that, but it won't be the next record. It's actually just a bunch of songs that we wrote for Amaryllis that we actually tracked, and it was enough to be another record. But yeah, we'll actually next year sometime, I think we'll go in and start writing another real record that will be our fifth record.
In terms of like radio singles, I don't know if you guys pay too much attention to radio singles, but it's rare to see a band put out an album and there's like 5 or 6 singles off of it. And I mean, Sound of Madness, that was the case for you guys. And then even with Amaryllis, you guys have put out a bunch of radio singles. Is that something, when you guys are recording the album, is there something like you kind of feel that this is going to be a hit single, this one's going to be a hit single? Like, do you guys know when you're writing and recording them?
I think so, because I think we write different than other bands. I think we go in, and I think some bands actually truly have the mentality of going in and saying, we've got 3 singles, now let's just write a bunch of other songs. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We say at any given time, could this song be a #1 song? No? Okay, it's not going on the record. So that's how we write. That's why we write so many songs as well. You know, I think that's kind of why we are known for what we're known for, being honest in our songwriting, because a B-grade song isn't going to fly, and it's also not going to make it to a Shinedown record.
That's a good way of looking at it. Set lists themselves, I mean, I was looking online, just full of radio hits. I mean, you guys have a lot of hits, and you guys go out there and you play them. If you guys ever mess with the set list a little bit, do you ever plug in some deeper songs or do any cover songs that people have never heard you guys do?
Me and Brent just did a couple acoustic shows with just him and I, and yeah, we did that. We added like a couple covers and like a new song that we'd never played before. When it comes to the Shinedown show, it's harder because you have so much production, and you have pyro, and you have video, and you have lighting, and you have all these different things, and you have text, and you have, you know, it's hard to just flip the script on them every night, you know. Then you get no sort of fluidity going, but yeah, we'll change. We have like I think we have some audibles that we definitely call, but no, when it comes to the live show, man, we've never been that band that wants to go out and play a bunch of B-sides and then 2 singles, you know, and be that low. We'll just be weird to be weird, because guess what? Yeah, you do have, every band has hardcore fans that want to hear you play the 10th track off the first record, but 90% of the people who are in that crowd don't want to do that. They want to come and they want to sing along and they want to hear the hit.
Well, I'm going to let you go soon, though, Zach. I do want to remind people that you guys are opening for KISS on Thursday in Edmonton. Our music director, Brittany, has a question for you. She wants to know if the crow ever did catch the butterfly.
Let's say metaphorically yes, but
okay.
Let's say logistically no.
Any plans to a sequel for that, just to kind of elaborate on what exactly did happen with the crow?
Like the frog catching the fly or something? I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a sequel. I don't think there's going to be a part 2. If you want it to be a literal crow chasing a literal butterfly, then I'm going to say the answer is yes, because crows are way faster than butterflies. Exactly.
I mean, it's bound to happen. Eventually, the crow is going to catch up.
It's science.
Well, Zach, I do want to thank you for your time, and I know a lot of people from Lloyd are going to be coming out to the Edmonton show, checking you guys out. And I just want to throw it out there. Shinedown, easily one of the most requested bands here on the Goat, and I think it'd be awesome if you guys ever made a stop in Lloydminster. You guys would get a hell of a crowd. So keep that in mind next time you're around these parts.
Absolutely.
Excellent, Zach. Zach of Shinedown, have a good rest of your tour, and we'll see you on Thursday night.
We'll see you guys Thursday night, man.